I'm Glenn Okimoto, Director of the DOT, and first of all, I'd like to welcome our special guests here today. We have Governor Neil Abercrombie, Mayor Alan Arcala, Senator Rosalind Baker, Representative Angus McKelvey. The focus of our ceremony today is to mark the topping off of one of the most significant parts of the Lahaina Bypass Road, the Kahoma Stream Bridge. This innovative two-lane bridge spans 360 feet, and as you'll notice, it has a very unique design, using an inverted tier arch. This distinctive design was used to give the bridge a very low profile that wouldn't block the ocean views for motorists and the Lahaina community.
My name is Bob Pure. I am the president of the board of directors of Lahaina Bypass now, and I will tell you, I couldn't be happier to be here. Lots of people thought this day wouldn't come, but guess what? It did come, and it's here. And the fact that all of us are here celebrating this is absolutely fantastic.
Our next speaker will be Mayor Alan Arakawa.
Well, thank you very much. You know, every once in a while you get to go to a ceremony that you're looking forward to, seems like your entire life. And for the length of time that this project has been talked about, we started in, I think, the early 70s or late 70s through early 80s, getting all the people moved out of the right-of-ways and all kinds of things being done.
Our next speaker will be Representative Angus McKelvey, representing the State House of Representatives.
I brought my mom here today because not only was it great to have her company, but one of the first meetings she ever dragged me to, her and her father, I was a little kid, was this thing to do, this community meeting about this great new thing called the Lahaina Bypass. It was going to solve our traffic problems, be the be-all and end-all, and it's coming soon.
Our next speaker will be Senator Rosalind Baker on behalf of our state senate.
But aloha everyone, and on behalf of my colleagues, Senate President Chan Tsutsui and Kalani English, who happens to chair the Senate Transportation Committee, I'm just delighted to be a part of this topping off, because I was reflecting that when I first started running for public office back in 1986, that was one of the issues that I was running on. I want to make sure we get the bypass done. So sometimes it takes us a little longer than we'd like to fulfill promises.
Thank you, Senator Baker. And now I'd like to introduce our Governor, Neil Abercrombie.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Aloha, everybody. Aloha. Oh, great to see you all. Thank you. When I first came, I had a chance to speak with some of the workers here, and what I said to them is that this is a promise from our administration. That working with the legislature and working with you, Bob, all the local community people, right straight through, Mr. Mayor, Bill, if you get the, everybody seems to like what you did, you might even get the next contract.
We can just keep going.
Yeah. See, now that's what pay to play is really about, you see. That's how it works. I just wanted to be transparent about it all with you folks. One of the prerequisites that you get as governor is to be able to come to ceremonies like this and take credit for something that you didn't have anything to do with getting started. My first contact with Lahaina was when I won the first initial Lahaina Whaling Days beard contest in 1962.
Our final speaker today will be Reverend Earl Kukahiko from the Waiula Church, who will perform a short ceremony to commemorate the topping off of the Kahoma Stream Bridge.
Ikoma ko makoi loko kalani, e ho ano ia ko inoa. Hiki mai ko aupuni, e malama ia ko makemake makahono nei. E like me ia malama ia makalani la. E hawi mai ia mako no ki ala, e aina mako no ni ia la. E kalamai hoi ia mako I kamako lawe ala ana. Me mako e kala nei ka poe lawe hala I ka mako. Mai ho'oko ia makoi ka ho'owaliwali ia mai. E ho'opakele no nae ia makoi ka ino. No ka mea, no ke aupuni, a me ka mana, a me ka honani ia a maoloa aku.
What are we doing?
Bill, everybody, let's all put our hands on. You get the other side.
Okay.
All right? Right, go ahead. Come on. Get your hand.
Yeah, get in here. Oh, I see what we're doing. You guys have been a lot of ceremonies.
Oh, yeah. Just up over there.
Don't it, wheelie around.
There we go.
Okay, right here. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Just tell us how your organization helped to get this project into fruition.
Okay. What we did was we positioned ourselves as the link between the community and the DOT. We basically became their eyes and ears on the ground. We worked literally very, very close to them to make sure that they understood what was going on in our community. And when it came to public meetings, we made sure that we had overwhelming support from the local residents at these meetings. We reached out to community members, and we made sure that at these meetings their voices were heard. We contacted various families that were connected. We contacted various people who were concerned about getting this bypass built, and we made sure they show up at these meetings. But probably the most important thing was to develop a level of trust and a great relationship with the DOT so that they trusted us, they knew what we were doing, we knew that we were on their side, and the former director of the DOT was at a community meeting on the Big Island, and he made a statement that we're pretty proud of. He said, he was talking to a group of people there, and he said, Lahaina Bypass Now was the best example he had ever seen of a community group working hand in hand with a government agency in a non-confrontational and constructive manner. And that basically was our mission, is to make sure that we were on their side, so that we basically communicated on a regular basis with the DOT to make sure they knew everything that was happening here on the ground. And Lahaina Bypass Now just became a real partner in getting this road built.
Just one last question.
Sure.
You worked really hard, you gathered community support, your group really did a lot to come to this day. How do you feel now seeing what you've seen?
I am absolutely thrilled. I couldn't be happier. This is the fruition of everything that we've worked for. When I moved to Maui 10 years ago, the conversation on the bypass was already 25 or 30 years old. We just determined in 2006 we were going to make this happen, and I couldn't be more proud of all the people that helped us, more proud of our board. As I mentioned before, I am totally thrilled and happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And then if you could just, for the camera, for the people that might be watching this, just say and spell your name and also your organization.
Okay, my name is Bob Pure, just like the word pure, P-U-R-E. My organization is Lahaina Bypass Now, otherwise known here as LBN.
Perfect.
Okay.
That'll help for
So
the
if I want to see this at some point, what would I do?
I'm just going to take your microphone.
Sure, go ahead.
Excuse me.
If I give you my card,
It's him. I'm just helping him.
could you tell me where I could
Yes.
give me a...
It'll be on later.
Oh,
I can burn your DVD or I'm doing
that'd be great.
Kaku and I'm going to try to get it on.
Basically, the original design was we were trying to make a traditional arch, design a traditional arch, but it wouldn't work because of the soil conditions and because part of the arch will have to be above the deckway. So basically, we switched around the arch and turned it upside down. So the arch, the inverted arch, the bottom arch acts in tension now instead of compression. So therefore, there's a bunch of cables in there that basically lifted up the bridge.
What's the benefit, or why did you have to do this design? I mean, what are the soil conditions here?
The soil is really poor down in the bottom of the stream area, by the stream area. So therefore, will be to reduce the cost of the construction. We basically minimize the foundation work by reducing deep foundations.
And then talk a little bit about the, I know there's a special type of concrete that was developed just for this project.
Yeah, this is basically it's high performance concrete. The concrete is designed to be durable, but meaning that it's very impervious and it's very fatigue resistant concrete.
Anything else you want to add?
Same one with the fines in back there.
Good.
No, we're down the street.
Okay, so one.
Thank you.
This bridge is an important component of the overall Lahaina Bypass, and it's a really important, not only from a traffic congestion issue. We only have one road right now, that's it, for what is the second largest resort area in the state of Hawaii, not to mention this community. There's also a public safety issue. This bridge will be a way for people to get in and out of this area that has 3 schools, a very condensed neighborhood of a lot of old plantation homes bordered by all this brush scrubland. So with right now, if something were to happen, there'd be no way if the road gets cut off to get out. So it's important public safety, a transportation, and plus a beautiful scenic thing, and something for hopefully our visitors can enjoy as well too.
I noticed you were mentioning that in your speech about if there was a brush fire, I believe, right? And this is giving more access to the community. Can you talk about the importance of that a little bit more?
Yeah, that's really one of the most important things. As you can see right behind me, we have all this dry brush. There's only one road, which the cars are on now, that allow people to get in and out of this entire area. There's 3 schools in this area, not to mention all of the homes. So we've had a fire there before, and luckily it was contained, but had it continued down below, it would have cut off the road and moved uphill. There would have been no way for anybody to get out. I mean, it would have been horrific. So that's why, I've been pushing and pushing and pushing, something I think Senator Noy shares as well. It's just the public safety importance of this, and I can't stress having a good federal partners, local guys, and Representative Suki, the chair of transportation, made sure that the state match was always in there because he also knew it was a public safety, a transportation issue, and plus for our visitor industry. People have to be able to get back and forth. You can bypass Lahaina Town now to get to the airport or to their hotels.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, this is the beginning. As I said, there'll be much more, and we're trying to do rolling construction. Our eventual aim is to keep the progress going, so we have an alternate route to West Maui from here all the way across the Pali. So very happy, looking forward to more of these. And contrary to what the Gov says, it's no skate park.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Completed milestone, or soon to be completed milestone, for the long-awaited Lahaina Bypass project. And I think this is a demonstration to the public that the project is real. We have a commitment to open this segment of it in December, so people will be able to drive across the bridge. It will really start to relieve the congestion that happens up Lahainaluna Road when school is in session. So it's going to be a great boon for the folks that live north of this area, towards the Napili and Kapalua end of the island, because they'll be able to bypass the bottleneck at Lahainaluna Road and come up here and get their kids safely to school. So it's also a good opportunity to have an exit road in case we have a tsunami, in case we have a fire. So it's really a multi-purpose use, and it's long awaited and long overdue. And so I'm delighted to see that we've made this important milestone.
If you just look behind and see the wonderful vista, you see that aesthetically, environmentally, this much needed bridge fits exactly with respect to what the community desired, which is this has been an almost seamless process of cooperation. He's very, very enthusiastic about the professionalism and the dedication, the good judgment of the people with the Department of Transportation, and the capacity for the community and the government to work together in a productive way. You hear so much about it on the opposite side. This is living proof that it doesn't have to be that way.
Just your thoughts on the milestone today with the bridge project.
I think the bridge itself was awesome. I've been around, born and raised here, so I've heard of the bypass for decades upon decades, and for me, I believe it's going to assist in some traffic, especially up Lahainaluna Road and the 3 schools that are positioned there. But I still have my doubts. I'm yet to see how it really all ties in.